Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and we get a different team to run with. We have the Empoleon with the Sableye and Trevenant. So let's see what we're going to be using. Oh, actually we are using the wrong Empoleon. Okay, but let's see if we get away with it. We go for a Droll Peck right there. They do shield it. They switch into their Lantern. And we're going to go into our Trevenant. This Trevenant is going to be able to dominate this Lantern matchup. One Seed Bomb goes through. It does roughly 60 to 70% into the low red. Looking for a farm down right here. They do go for the Thunderbolt. So we go for the farm down. And our opponent comes right back in with their Dragonair. Dragonair is going to have to take a shield or take this Shadow Ball. So we do get that shield from our opponent. And we're looking like we're in a great situation. They do undercharge right there. Or maybe they just full charge and it was resisted a lot. So they decided to switch out into the Vigoroth. We're going to go right out into the Sableye. We have a favorable matchup right here. We decided to go for multiple foul plays here, as they're going to have to get to at least 3 more moves, as we have 2 shields ready for them. We're going to shield right here, even though it is a body slam, just to keep this Sableye relatively healthy for this next foul play. We're trying to get to a 3rd foul play here. But we don't need to, but we do need to get to this. Oh, okay, we don't get to that 3rd foul play for that Dragonair because of the shadow. But fortunately, we do have this wrong Empoleon. We are running the non-Community Day Empoleon, so we'll come back with the right move. All right, back with the correct Empoleon here. Once again, we are running the Empoleon, Sableye, and Trevenant team. Anti-fighters in the back, and this is where we're going to see it shine. We're going to switch into the Sableye. They switch into their Azumarill. This Azumarill here is going to have to potentially double shield as we throw this return on. Great timing. Huge return goes through. Our opponent is going to end up throwing a move. We're going to shield here no matter what. If it ends up being the bait, that's fine. But you can see these moves that we're throwing here are significant enough that they do have to end up shielding a foul play. And then we're going to shield right here just to farm down and flip the switch. So we have successfully flipped the switch. We're going to have the Sableye with foul play ready for this Annihilate. They do miss the shield right there. We try to get to another one right there, but they are able to snipe that energy. This is going to be the Ice Punch that takes us out. And luckily we do have a Trevenant waiting for this Annihilate. We're going to be able to get to this Seed Bomb right here on CAP. The charge attack priority goes to the Trevenant, and they do reveal that they have the Decidueye. Decidueye does have ghost moves as far as Spirit Shackle, but as you can see here, it doesn't quite do enough. Not quite as powerful as this Shadow Ball, and boom goes that Decidueye right there. So GG's to our opponent. Trevenant ended up clutching the game for us, taking out the Decidueye and the Annihilate in the backline. All right, next game, let's see what we find. Well, the new Empoleon is featuring the Steel Wing Fast move combined with Hydro Cannon and Droll Peck. So a great versatile set of movesets, and that's what makes it even better nowadays. We're going to go for this Hydro Cannon right here, looking for our opponent to throw a Power Whip. So we do shield the Power Whip correctly. They switch out into the for Alligator, kind of a weird situation for us. We're going to have to tank a move here. We do decide to shield that one right here, but this next move right here, we are going to have to tank a Hydro Cannon, possibly. Unfortunately, not healthy enough to endure that. So the power of Shadow Feraligatr coming into fruition for our opponent. We're going to go right back in with our Empoleon. This Empoleon is going to be able to throw a neutral Droll Peck. They do decide to shield. Trying to get to another Droll Peck here. They do throw on CAP. Let's see if this Hydro Cannon takes us out. And that is a huge KO right there, as they are able to take us out and throw another Hydro Cannon right back at this Sableye. The opponent ends up having the Superior in the back. So, unfortunately for us, not enough health, and that Shadow Feraligatr ended up being the winning factor, as we had all of our energy used up and wasted with our Empoleon. All right, next game, let's see. We got the Empoleon versus the Skarmory. This is a pretty good situation for Empoleon still, even though the Steel Wing Fast moves is worse than it used to have, the waterfalls. The moves that Skarmory has, we don't have to worry about. So we're just going to allow it to go through. They go for the Sky Attack. We're going to go for this Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon is going to get a KO or the shield. Our opponent ends up having the Marowak. Marowak is going to have to endure our backline. Now that the Empoleon is running at steel fast, we do not want to stay in versus that Marowak. Now we have the Feraligatr again. So Feraligatr versus our Sableye. With the Sableye with a little bit of energy advantage. Let's see how this one plays out. Okay, we are able to get 2 shields from our opponent. We're going to let this one go. Ends up taking out our Sableye quite easily. And then here we're going to have to let them throw this move here. Ends up taking out our Empoleon, which is fine because we're going to use our Trevenant for the win. We know that this is a Hydro Cannon, but as you can tell, the Hydro Cannons from the Shadow Feraligatr are actually acting like neutral versus everything, even if it's a resistor. So our win condition right there was the Trevenant. So GG's to our opponent right there. We should have done that in the last game. So if you happen to have the Sableye and Trevenant and the Feraligatr comes in, you might as well just use the Sableye and just do as much damage as possible. Alright, Dragalge versus this Empoleon. As you can see, we have the better matchup. Our opponent switches out into the Garchomp. So Garchomp here is interesting as it is running the Dragon Tail fast move. And they're going to be able to throw a move. They go for the Outrage KO, but we do shield it. And we do get the farm down right here. This farm down is going to help us save up a ton of energy for whatever they have in the back. And we're going to switch into this Sableye versus this Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan goes for the huge close combat. Luckily, we are able to survive it. And now that they're debuffed, this resistive Foul Play is going to be able to take them out. Another Foul Play goes through against this Dragalge. This Dragalge has to go through a ton of things right now. Not only do we have a lot of energy on the Empoleon, but the Trevenant is full health. We're going to come right into the Trevenant here, expecting them to throw a move. Yep, and we're going to have to shield. So we shield Aqua Tail or Outrage. At this range, we're going to be able to win because they're going to have to get to another move. So GG's to our opponent right there, able to win that. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.